Hey guys, welcome back to this video, and because, again, I'm kind of running out of video ideas, I decided to resort back to my one favourite AI, ChatGPT. I feel like ChatGPT is this generation's version of Siri now, because literally, I talk to this as if it's Siri. I feel like one day, if AI do become and take over the world, they're coming after me, definitely, because me and ChatGPT are always beefing. Well, more like I beef at it, and it does nothing but apologise to me, which is sort of toxic, but anyways. I've just asked it for 26 deep reflective questions for 2026, so here we go. What kind of person do I want to be when no one's watching? I don't know, I feel like I'm a pretty good person. It's like, I can say so far in my life, I am a good person. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like maybe I could be calmer when no one's watching, a little less angry. I don't think I'm an angry human being as is, but like when I'm by myself, maybe I am a bit more angry than I am when I'm around people, so maybe I could be a little less angry, a bit more calmer, who knows. What kind of person do I want to be when no one is watching? Did I just know that's what I just did? What am I holding on to that no longer helps me grow? I think my friend group. I think a lot of them are into habits that I've grown out of, or I've not grown out of, but I just don't want the habits in my life. And when I'm around my friend group, I have no other choice sometimes than to go back to the habits I'm trying to get away from. So I think I need to let both the friend group I have here. When do I feel like my most true self? This one's interesting. I think I feel like my most true self when I'm alone, like making vlogs like these, or when I go on my late night walks by myself and listen to music. I feel like my most true self then, I think, probably, just like when I'm by myself, listening to music, walking. I don't know, like, I kind of just like being by myself a lot these days. I don't know if that's a good or a bad sign. That just says I like my company so much. Like, I'm kind of blocking everyone out. I don't know. What fears have quietly been shaping my choices? I'm not sure. I feel like the fear of everyone hating me shaped a lot of my choices. I feel like, yeah, I don't like the idea that a person out there could hate me, so I'm such a people pleaser that everyone else will become both for myself. So, like, say I want to go to the gym one day, or I want to eat healthy, and someone goes, hurry up and get to my house at this time so we can, like, hang out and stuff. I'll drop everything I have just so I can get to someone's house. And yeah, that's like, just the fear of being hated by people really does shape my choices a lot of the times. Like, say I'm in an uncomfortable situation where I don't support someone's choices, I still probably wouldn't leave the situation. I'd probably stay in it and just pray, to be honest. I've been in some situations recently where it was like, I didn't feel safe necessarily around some people because of the way they're acting, and I still didn't leave situations. I kind of just prayed to God in those situations and said to God, like, please, like, get me out of this situation safely, and I would probably just ghost these people and just, like, I'm done. I'm so afraid of, like, confrontation with people, I'd say that, yeah, I can't really, leave situations. What does success actually mean to me, not to others? I've already said this before in life. I think success is truly just when you've done so much good in your life and you're at peace with yourself. Like, I consider myself successful now. I consider myself successful. I think I'm successful anyways, as long as I'm a good human being and I don't lose my morals in this world. Like, God's given us morals, right, for a reason. And if you stick by your morals and how you were raised and don't corrupt yourself into the sin of this world, I think you can consider yourself successful. I don't think it's about how much money you make or what type of husband or wife you get, or if you're pulling 10 out of 10s. I don't think that's success, to be honest. I think success is when the world really, like, is testing you, and it's not even like testing you in hard ways. The world could sometimes just present to you everything you want in an opportunity, but it means you have to go against something you hold very near and dear to yourself. And when you stand on your morals in that situation, that's when you can consider yourself successful, I think. How do I usually react to failure? What's that safe about me? I'm actually very scared of failure for a reason. I don't know, but it's for a lot of reasons. I actually, like, I had coursework right due, and I didn't start it for a long time because I was just so terrified of failing, because, like, my A-levels were good, I guess, but it could have been better. I was just going through a really hard time during A-levels, so I kind of saw what failing was like then, because I had to, like, retake a lot of stuff, like, multiple times throughout that 2 years, so I was kind of like, I don't know, at this point I'm kind of used to it, but I know that's not who I am, because I know I have potential, I just haven't tapped into it enough yet, so it's like, I don't know. How do I react to failure these days? I don't think it's the be-all and end-all of myself, because A-levels has taught me that. I think that's what, like, having to retake so much throughout A-levels has taught me, that it's not the be-all and end-all. You can always resit an exam and, like, you'll get there eventually, but however, I don't know, I feel like these days I'm scared more of failure, because I feel like then it just falls into my beliefs that I'm really just shit at stuff, so I don't know. What am I most grateful for that I often forget to notice? I think, just, what am I most grateful? I feel like where I am in life, you know, I'm grateful to have been born and blessed into such a, like, a privileged position in life, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to worry about a lot, I don't have to stress about a lot, because my family's always covered it for me, and I think, yeah, I often forget to notice, like, even though I might be depressed sometimes, my situation is quite good in life, and I should really appreciate it more, I think. In what ways have I grown? What? No, ChatGPT, come back, there we go. In what ways have I grown that I haven't given myself credit for? I would say, let's see, I think I have grown in the fact that I try a bit harder these days to do things sober. So I've gone to a lot of functions these days sober, which I would never do last year. Like not last year, but like never I would have done when I was 18, right? Like this year now I'm 19, I'm trying to do things more sober. Yeah, I'm trying to grow a bit more confident in myself and stuff, like, which I wouldn't have done. I don't give myself enough credit for it, I don't think, but I do try to do things these days where I'm fighting being, like, I don't know. I don't know the words for it, but yeah. What habits drain my energy and which ones give back? This is one reason I quit drinking, actually, for a bit. Now I'm quitting drinking for a bit. I say drinking, it takes a lot of my energy because, like, you know, you're happy and you're over the moon when you're, like, at that buzz, and then the next day, depression. It's just depression. And a lot of times, I literally lose whole days of my life, maybe two, because let's be real, when you're drinking, you're not there, like, present in the moment, you're kind of numbed out and just happy, but you don't remember much. And then, yeah, when you're the day after you're drinking and you're hungover, yeah, that's not great either. So I think drinking drains my energy. Which ones give it back? Late night walks with music, I love them. I love walking when I'm sober, and I just go on walks and I look around and I think, wow, life is so beautiful, and yeah, that gives me back my energy. Who makes me feel safe, to be honest, and why? My family, I'd say. Yeah, I know there's times when we fight, but I know that if I ever had a problem, I can always go to them and just talk to them. And yeah, that's who makes me safe, to be honest. I feel like I could be my complete self around them. I never have to, like, I don't know, like, reel it in or anything. It's just, I can be who I am, and even if they don't agree with my choices, sometimes they always accept me for them, so I love them a lot. What do I avoid thinking about, and what might I learn if I didn't? I try to avoid thinking about the future. I think I don't like the idea that, I don't know, I'm not going to be in uni forever. I like, you know what I mean? Because you're in schooling your whole life, and then you're in schooling and uni technically with some forms, and then, like, you have to think, wow, you're going to be an adult and get an adult job and stuff, and I don't know, I feel like I don't want to think about that. I don't think I'm ever probably going to get an adult job, guys. I feel like, I don't know, maybe that was what was pushed towards the people of the last generation, but I feel like this generation, there's so many new avenues you can take to make money, and it's like the 9 to 5 that everyone used to want to have is no longer aspirational. But yeah, definitely, I think I'd be blessed if I got a job or anything, but like, I don't think that would fulfill my passions in life. I think, yeah. How do I define happiness right now? I actually don't know. I feel like that's an interesting one, right? Because it's like, is happiness a feeling that lasts forever? No. I feel like I don't have permanent happiness, you know? You have this idea from a lot of people that, like, you get to where you want to be in life and you'll feel, like, happiness endlessly. I know that doesn't happen because there's been so many, like, phases of my life where I'm like, if I just get through these exams, or if I just get to this point, I'll be happy and I'll feel at peace. And then I get to that point and I still don't feel happy, and like, I still don't feel at peace. And I'm like, maybe happiness isn't actually a feeling. It's very temporary with me, but like, I define happiness right now as if I have one really amazing day that will stay in my memories for a long time. And yeah, so I define happiness as like one good day in the midst of a really raging storm, where like you could have the storm around you and then randomly one day it just calms down for a bit, and you just have this one beautiful day of life where everything kind of goes right for you temporarily. And I define happiness as that. What boundaries do I need to set or strengthen? I'm trying to currently strengthen the boundaries of respecting my own timings and my own, like, money, to the point where, like, I'm trying to strengthen the boundaries of, like, look, I'm gonna stick to my own timings. I'm gonna pull up when I can pull up, not when you want me to pull up, but when I've done everything I need to in my day and I'm free and I can pull up, then I'll pull up. And also, like, look, this is my money, so yeah, I'm not gonna spend it on taxis, like, chauffeuring people around. I'm trying to strengthen those boundaries. What would I try if I wasn't afraid of judgment? Maybe I'd try to make a move on more people. I don't know if that's smart enough, but I feel like I kind of I always expect the right person's just gonna find me, like, guy-wise. Maybe if I wasn't too afraid of judgment or, like, I don't know, rejection, I'd probably make more moves on people, but I don't. And you know what, it's fine, to be honest. What lessons did you last year teach me the hard way? Not all friends are friends. Yeah, not all friends are friends, because some people will be there for you in the good times, and the second the storm hits you, they will leave you because they don't have the capacity inside them to stand by you through a storm. And those people aren't friends, because people who can't stand by you through the storm aren't people you want in your life. That's what last year taught me. And I also think, like, yeah, the hard way, I learned that a lot of people will leave you the second you make a mistake. And sometimes it's not even like I'm not talking about, like, relationships, I'm talking about friendships. You make a small mistake and people will leave you because in the bigger terms of things, their reputation is what they always look to protect. So sometimes they won't stand by you through the mistakes. But because I've learned that the hard way, nowadays when my friends make mistakes, I always make sure to stand by them. because I know what it felt like when no one was there for me, so I tried to be there for everyone, I guess. What kind of impact do I want to have on the people around me? I want to help them make better choices, because I feel like I have a little good angel in my heart all of the time that helps me make good choices, and like I know I still make stupid ones, but I'm a quite sensible person. And yeah, I know like I've already helped some of my friends make better choices in certain situations, so I want to continue doing that. I want to bring brightness to their days, but also like be there for them and just help them make better choices in life too. Like, I don't know, if I'm trying to grow, I want to help them grow with me. And like I said, if people don't want to grow with you, you gotta let them go, because they're gonna just drag you down. It's either you're dragging them up or they're dragging you down, and most likely, if they don't want to grow with you, they're just going to continue the habits that you don't want to be part of anymore. So they're going to drag you back into those, and so what does rest look like for me? Not just sleep, real rest. I like to describe it as a beach day. There's normally one day a year. We don't have it this year for some reason. I don't think my family wants to go to the beach this year, but one day a year where we go to the beach and there's just sand and the sea and the waves, and I get myself a milkshake and listen to music and just watch the sea and the sun and tan. And that is when my soul feels, I think, the most at rest. So yeah. When do I feel most confident, and what triggers that feeling? My late night walks, okay? I always get dressed up like this. I look just dressed up like this. And my jeans, and I listen to like a really like bad bitch type of song, you know what I mean? And go walking. And I always feel confident, and I always feel like, yeah, it's just the independence, I think, also, of just like, wow, I don't need no man, like, because I'm in such a safe country, I can just go walk by myself, and I have such a freedom to it too, and it's like, yeah, I don't want no man either, so yeah. What am I curious about but haven't explored yet? I don't actually know. I want to say joining a running club. I've always been the type that runs alone when I do running. But recently everyone's like, you need to find a passion group where you find people with similar interests. So I'm going to explore the running club when I get back. But I'm kind of scared because apparently they all run and talk to each other. And when I run, I just like to run with my music and in silence and like, leave me alone. So it's like, I don't know, we'll see. What values do I refuse to compromise on? My values about love, right? I do believe that a lot of these people in the generation, right, they're always going lustful things. It's like, they'll drag you into it, like I said, right? You don't be around people that help you grow and they'll bring you down. And that's why these days I refuse to get into like even talking stages with men, because a lot of them have like this value of just lust, right? That like, yeah, we'll talk for a week and then let's do lustful stuff. And I've always had the value of like, I'm gonna find love, I'm gonna find someone who treats me right, be in a relationship and stuff. And a lot of people don't see it like that these days, and I refuse to compromise on that. Like, that's just a no-go. So that's why I refuse to even talk to people. Like, talking stages are not a thing in my life anymore, because they all turn into something hostile that I just can't be asked with anymore, because no thank you. How do I handle change, and how can I handle it better? Well, this one's a great one for me, because I've moved like I think 7 times now in my life. Yeah, lived in like 3 different countries, maybe had 10 different homes, so like I know a lot about change. I normally don't handle it too well anymore. I used to handle it quite well when I was young. These days I just shut off, and yeah, I shut off, I blank out for a whole month or two, let the change happen, and then when I'm on the other end, I kind of reopen myself back. But on a month or two of change, I just numb myself out, to be honest. I just like denial, and it's like I'll tell myself it's not happening while it happens, and then once I'm through to the other end, then I'll come back to life. It's not the best way to handle it, but at this point I just hate change so much. So yeah, what would my ideal day look like if I designed it on purpose? I want to say, because I'm trying to get into better routines, like these days I don't even get up, like I just doom scroll a lot. So here's my ideal day if I had good habits. I'd wake up, I'd probably go to the gym first thing after I wake up, because yeah, I'd probably do abs or leg day, it depends which one, because that's all I really do at the gym. I'll come back home from the gym, maybe make myself a breakfast slash brunch. It will be like coffee, what else would I have, protein shake, some sort of protein, that's food wise, a protein yogurt, and then maybe I'd go to the mall, I think, or like a really cool place that sells ice cream, because I love a good ice cream here. They have the really swirly ones. I'd go get some ice cream. I'd come back home probably and watch a film, maybe waste a bit of my time, watch some TV shows. I really do like a good comedy TV show, so I'd probably watch something like that. And then yeah, I'd probably waste some more time. Then I'll go on my late night walk, come home and sleep. That's what my ideal day. I don't know, is that my ideal day? Maybe tanning at the part of the day, depending on what time of day it is. Tanning would be very nice to add into there. Driving, yes. In my ideal day, I'd be driving a car around somewhere too. That'd be very fun, driving while watching the sunset. Okay, yeah, so perfect day. Lovely. What parts of myself am I still discovering? I don't know. I feel like I'm still discovering my interests, which is cool. It's like I want to find more things I'm interested in. And so, yeah. Who was I a year ago, and what that version of me think now? I was someone else a year ago, I won't lie. I was a very, if I could think back to myself this time last year. Yeah. I don't think I was the greatest person this time last year. Like, I think I was going through a lot of a party phase, and like I was going through this phase of I had to get partying and had to do this and that, and yeah, I wasn't a great person this time last year. I was probably partying a bit too much, and I think if the person who I was last year saw me now, they'd think I'm maybe boring because I've mellowed out a bit, and it was like, I'm no longer chasing the functions anymore. I'm kind of just, I'm chasing peace these days to be more honest with people, but yeah. And yeah, if this year could teach me one important lesson, what would I want it to be? I probably want it to be, if it could teach me an important lesson, love isn't scary. I don't know if that's a good one to put down, but yeah, I'm quite terrified of emotions and love, and every time something like that gets serious, I'm a dip because I don't do it, so I'd like to know that there's someone out there that doesn't make me feel scared if like that happens, but I don't know, who cares about it. Anyways, guys, that's been 26 questions for 2026. As usual, I'd like to thank ChatGPT in this scenario for being the most helpful AI out there, and have a good night, guys.